Hey, this is Carl, and welcome to another episode of Statues I Wish I Can Afford. So stay tuned. Hey fellow collectors, thanks for tuning in my monthly segment of Statues I Wish I Can Afford. So I'll be starting with statues that I am currently interested in. Interested doesn't mean I am going to pre-order them though. Followed by statues that I have passed on the pre-order this month. And finally, statues that I did pre-order or paid for the follow-up payments. So to start, we have this Nightwing from my favorite studio. Their DC line has been very great. Actually, I kinda wish I pre-ordered some of the earlier stuff. Anyway, here is their Nightwing and it looks pretty awesome. Comes with two variants to choose from and a lot of switch outs. Even has a Joker portrait. Next is this Cubone. I may not have mentioned this, but I'm a big Pokemon fan since I was in my teens. But I only like the original 151 Pokemons. I even bought a Nintendo Switch just to play the new Pokemon games. Anyway, I really like, or should I say love, this life-size Cubone. I really wish they made these starting Pokemons first, because I'd be more interested in collecting the 4 starting Pokemons. Next is this Shogun Dark Phoenix. I have pre-ordered their Shogun Magneto, which looks pretty amazing, and this Dark Phoenix is as amazing as well. Plus, the portrait looks very beautiful. Will try my best to pre-order this piece. Next is this Batman vs Joker diorama. Sculpt is pretty amazing on this piece, and honestly, the Prime 1 Batman vs Joker diorama has nothing on this custom statue, concept and sculpt wise anyway. I still think licensed pieces have the edge over quality of production. Next is this Domino statue. I think there's nothing much to say for this piece, it's pretty self-explanatory. Next is this clown, or Violator. I was a huge fan of Spawn in my high school days, and I really love the sculpt on this statue. They captured the character pretty well, and if I do get this statue, then it's finally time to pre-order a Spawn statue as well. Next is this Ironman Mark V. This is their prototype and looks pretty amazing. I actually have a different custom Mark V pre-order, and in my opinion, both pieces looks amazing. Next is this Hulk statue. I really love small Hulk statues, I think because my Hulk statues are pretty big. Maybe a little buyer's remorse there. But still, the sculpt on this Hulk is pretty amazing. Good job on the small footprint too. Next is this Sabertooth. I really like the base on this piece, plus all the next characters will follow the base of this statue. This is actually a companion piece to a Wolverine, which I have shown in previous episodes of World of Custom Statues. I would have pre-ordered this piece if I haven't gotten the XM Sabertooth already. Next are statues that I pass on or no longer interested in. First is this Drax from my favorite studio. Don't get me wrong, sculpt is pretty amazing on this piece. It's just that I have already pre-ordered a raccoon from a different studio, and they will be doing a Guardians of the Galaxy line, and I would like my line to be consistent. So I'm waiting on their Drax. But still, this piece is pretty amazing. Very fierce looking and will come with no switch out, which means no visible seams. Next is this Miles Morales Spiderman that was inspired from the PlayStation 5 game. Sculpt is pretty amazing on this piece, as well as the switch outs. Really love the Jordan and hoodie switch out, but it's just too dynamic for me, I guess. Next is this Logan on Throne by Caleb Nefsen. Sculpt is pretty amazing on this piece, no doubt. The concept is questionable though, because of the Hulkbuster. But it comes with a more simple chair or throne variant, and a lot cheaper too. But this is not the kind of Logan that I would want to own though. Next is this Doctor Doom on Throne statue. I think this is highly inspired from the RCB Doctor Doom throne, which I already have by the way, but comes with some pretty nice switch outs like the Infinity Gauntlet, and the piece is also sold out. Next are the pieces that I did pre-order. First is this museum type Hela. Both is inspired from the MCU Hela, but this is a comic version of Hela. I think sculpt-wise, this is a better Hela than the other custom one, hoping that the paint will also be superior. Very excited for this piece. My Asgardian line is coming along very nicely, but still need the two main characters, which is Thor and Loki. And no, I don't want a throne piece for both of them. Lastly is this first appearance costume of Wolverine. This is actually the second Wolverine from the series of Wolverine line that they will be doing. The first one is the Alex Ross Wolverine, which has already arrived at my home. I just can't do the unboxing and review yet since I haven't been home for months, but will do once I get back. Anyway, this piece is actually a complete revision from their previous first appearance Wolverine. I think sculpt from both Wolverines are pretty good, but I like the pose on this one better. Plus, the older one commands a lot of space because of the pose. And I think there were anatomy issues with the last one. Anyway, this is definitely better. And by the way, the head is not big on this piece, it's just a perspective thing. So that's the end of the list. What do you guys think of my list? Do you have any of them on pre-order? Tell me down in the comments below. And this is actually the 12th episode of my monthly segment. So I guess this is another anniversary episode. Happy anniversary to statues I wish I can afford. Thank you guys for tuning in on this segment, and thank you for the support, and see you again next time. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please support the channel by subscribing. It will help the channel a lot. You could also like the video and make the YouTube algorithm like the channel more. Once again, thank you and see you again next month.